So we are getting ready for our second day on the BDR. We camped last night to this gorgeous view. Arizona BDR, it's pretty awesome so far, but yesterday was pretty tough, so we're hoping for the best for today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Notier's Frontiers Diaries.
Today we are finally in California.
Yay.
We have made it all the way west, and we've made it to one of our favorite spots in California, and that is Joshua Tree National Park.
And we're camping literally at the same spot we camped at like 5 years ago. At the same campground, at the same camp spot.
Like the tent is right where it was before. We have the bike right over there.
Yeah.
Sun is setting. We are so excited.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good night.
So in this episode, we're going to tell you all about our second day on the Arizona BDR and our journey over here from Arizona. The first day of the Arizona BDR was very tricky and technical.
Yeah, there were some difficult points in it. I will say that I'm very thankful for the R version of the 1190. The front wheel it just crawls over obstacles where,
It's 21 inch, right?
It's a 21-inch front wheel versus the old 19. And it's just a beast that never, I had never really had given a proper test ride off-road, and that was the test ride, and it was gnarly as heck, and it was awesome, and we did well. So
we did awesome. Mainly you did awesome.
Yeah.
You were amazing. We did fall a couple times, but overall I feel like very proud that we conquered that section of the Arizona BDR.
For sure.
Very proud of us,
Laugh
even
in
though
its
I
face.
did almost nothing.
She did awesome. She recorded very cool stuff.
I did. That's right.
But we got more dents and bangs in our pots now.
Yes.
But
And that night we spent at one of the most fantastic camp spots in the U.S., possibly in our whole time traveling on the motorcycle, with just a view that was stunning. It overlooked this entire ridge. It was right along something called the Rift Trail. No, the Rim Trail.
it was the Rim Road.
The Rim Road, oh gosh.
Beautiful morning. Made coffee, which makes it even a better day, even though we have very little water left, but we have a short day, hopefully. Well, a long day, but a short day to get more water. And there's my lovely wife. That is Marisa.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
It was a really warm night, actually.
Yeah, she wanted to keep the rain fly on to...
I thought it was going to be cold. I mean, we're pretty high up in altitude, but it was really warm. You had your side open all night to see the stars, and yeah, it was a nice night.
And the sun has risen.
Back on the BDR. Yay. You were confusing because it did look like sections of like the Great Rift Valley in Africa.
In Africa.
And there was definitely parts where like we rode up in Tanzania and we had that big vista out into it after that nightmare road. This road was not as bad as that road in Tanzania, just to be quite clear.
And the Great Rift Valley in Africa goes all through Kenya. We also crossed it several times in Kenya as well. It was just stunning. But yeah, this is a very different type of rift, but I think it's called the Rim Road. Like
it is the Rim Road, and it is beautiful, but it does look like maybe some small lion cub could be lofted into the air.
Pulled over a little lake off of the Arizona BDR. It was questionable at first if we wanted to or not, but now it is unquestionable. I'm very happy that we found this little romantic place to eat some very expensive campground food.
First thing in the morning was we went to a lake and had breakfast there. Now breakfast, we don't always have breakfast.
No,
but we were hungry.
We were hungry, and I pulled up to a T in the road, and I said, Marissa, you want to go to the lake? Because it was like right off at the very beginning of the day. And Marissa said, yeah, let's go to the lake. This is the only time we're ever going to go see that lake, so let's do it.
Nice nonetheless.
So beautiful.
Yeah, let's try to find a way to get down here in the shade. Look at the chipmunk.
Oh.
Yeah, what's up, Alvin? Hey, buddy.
It was a very expensive little camp store that was there, and they had a very limited selection of food, and it was all very expensive.
Yeah,
and I
wasn't,
said, but it was the cheapest stuff around because there was absolutely nothing else around. But the hostess was nice.
She was so nice, and she admitted that it was expensive there. But we bought little sandwiches. I wasn't the biggest fan of my sandwich, but the view of the lake made up for the sandwiches. It was such still, clear water. There were people fishing. There was a guy catching butterflies with a
net. I was like, who does that? I thought that was like only 5-year-olds were allowed to catch butterflies with nets. And what are you doing with these butterflies? There's so many questions, but I reverted my attention back to the beautiful lake.
And we headed off down the BDR trail to the town of Young to kind of like fill up with gas and fill up with water.
Very pretty, very easy. You know, there's some corrugations that sometimes rivet me, but
Nice wide road, and every once in a while the trees will part. You can see this gorgeous view of the mountains.
I like that when the trees have not parted. It's this beautiful little, to each their own, to eye of the beholder.
Found a nice little rest stop.
Nice as loose. We found a rest stop.
We're in Young, Arizona. We're gonna sit under the shade of that lovely tree. And I finally found some bubbly water. So very happy about that because a lot of places don't have it. And just take a little rest from the day.
Yeah, and that, you know, I was kind of not concerned because the day before was awesome, but there were some tough sections, you know, but this was like a fire road, leisurely cutting through absolutely beautiful scenery.
This is pretty scenic. And it's much easier to enjoy these views while you're not trying to fight death. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's always a battle in my head of when it's really, really hard, and I know a lot of people enjoy that.
Yeah.
But like when it's not fun anymore, it's like, you know,
it's not worth it to me. But it is cool to say we did epic stuff, but it's equally cool to say, hey, we did some mildly tame stuff, but saw so much beauty. And I really like the fact that the guys at the BDR who are cutting all these trails, like there's some difficult stuff, and that's, you know, and then there's some expert stuff that they tack as red and they say, you know, enter at your own risk. But, you know, some good portions of it are also just nice and just fun and beautiful. And that should be a part of riding as well.
Yeah, it should. Me personally, as a passenger, I appreciate the stuff that's not too technical, where I can just kind of sit back and enjoy the views. I was loving that road.
Yeah, BDR, you know, is back road, backcountry discovery routes, you know, but this was just a BDR of a beautiful damn road. It was just, it was just amazing. It's really pretty. That one got you?
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good one. That hike.
This is amazing. Wow. It was so beautiful. We stopped. It was getting really hot at this point in time, so it was good to stop and take a breather.
And I get more airflow than Marisa, and so I didn't realize that she was overheating behind me.
Yeah, I was kind of overheating. I really needed to just sit and drink some water. There wasn't any shade, but just take the jacket off, take the helmet off, drink some water, and I started feeling much better.
Yeah.
It just took a minute or so.
But there's this big gorge cut into the earth, and there's all these blooming cactuses and other weird things. And so I was trying to get cool shots of the bike, and Marisa was cooling down, and it was a nice little pit stop.
Finally, towards the end of the day, we went along Lake Roosevelt. Lake Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah. Well, half people call it Lake Theodore, the other half call it Roosevelt. Lake Roosevelt, and then you look at a map and it's Lake Theodore Roosevelt. It's like, why can't we all just get along like that?
Was so blue and so bright, the contrast between that and the surrounding desert.
Yeah.
It was really, really beautiful.
The BDR continues to go south, and we needed to head back towards Phoenix, and instead of going through the city, we wanted to go up a little bit and then dive back down to northern Phoenix. But long and short, we had then gotten off of the BDR, and we were on pavement, which was nice. And I got to test out my new Atlas throttle lock, which was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, the lake was beautiful. There's a whole bunch of RV villas parked on the side of it, which was weird.
Of course. There were people jet skiing on the lake as well. You know, when you have a lake out in the desert, you have to utilize it. We had come down into Phoenix before the same way when we were coming from New Mexico. And we knew that this ride was beautiful. It goes through these mountains, it goes down, down, down. It hits the Sonoran Desert. You see all the saguaro cactuses, and it's beautiful. But once we got down into the Phoenix area, it felt like...
It was 108. It didn't feel like it was.
It really was.
It was 108.
It was really hot.
It was really hot, and my phone was like, just to let you know, it's really hot, because I use it as my GPS, and it like gave me a warning. You know, I was like, what's the warning? Like, it's hot, and I'm like, thanks, phone. That is really, really cool for you to inform me of that, because I had no idea that it's hot.
Yeah, we definitely knew it was hot.
Yeah.
But we were there to see our friends Wade and Mary Jo once again. They are so super awesome.
Again, we first met them at an expo a couple years ago, and then Wade actually did a podcast of us. We'll throw a link of that below.
So today we are leaving Phoenix for
Joshua
the last
Tree.
time for Joshua Tree in California. We're going to be heading out of Arizona. It's kind of sad to be leaving Arizona. We've had such a really good time here, but we're definitely looking forward to California. We're going to a campground that we first went to, 5 years ago, at the very beginning of our trip around the world. And it's in Joshua Tree, and we're really excited to go back there. I think it's going to be quite hot because it's very deserty there.
Yeah.
But it should be a nice memory, going down memory lane, as long as we can get a spot, because you can't reserve spots at this particular part of Joshua Tree. So fingers crossed. So today, as we were leaving the house of Wade and Mary Jo in Phoenix, we got all our stuff on the motorcycle. We got all packed up, and then
as soon as Marisa gets on the bike, right, and they're like, bye, and we're like, bye, and I turned the motorcycle to go, and I immediately fall over.
just fell right in the driveway.
I was like, no one will know of this day, and then you're leading into it, and now I have to follow in, but now you know.
Now everyone
and they
knows.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was super embarrassing. That was super
was.
awesome. Adventures off into the distance to explore new lands.
Just
I was like,
how we're able to do that.
You're good. Hop on, love.
Are you sure?
I'm on the straightaway. Please don't doubt me. Further go down.
I'm not sure I'm going with you.
But yeah, we got out of their driveway.
We did. We made it out of the
It was amazing.
driveway.
We did the BDR, but their driveway was insane. Yeah, so we had a good day and we headed west towards Cali. I remember going into Cali the first time forever ago, because I don't know what it is with the Arizona border and California, but we were on a different road, but there's still just waves, potato chip roads that you can feel the the compression
Goes
go
up
in
and down.
It's just
Roller
nice.
coaster,
It's
like
just
it's
a nice,
really nice.
It's a nice ride.
And there's always mountains. Mountains in the distance. No matter how flat and straight the road is, and it seems like you're in the middle of nowhere sometimes, there's always some sort of mountain that you can see. And as we got into California, we started to see more and more mountains, and the road turned really beautiful. We decided not to take the main highway. We were just kind of taking more back roads, as many as we could. And it went through this beautiful country, and I realized, oh, we were passing through Sheephole Valley.
I did not realize that.
Yes. There was a sign, and I'd seen it on the map, and I was like, Sheephole Valley, that sounds interesting. I didn't see any sheep there.
Did you see any holes?
No.
What is a sheep hole?
I'm not sure what a sheephole is.
I know one sheep hole. Anyway.
When we went through Sheephole Valley, it was very beautiful. The sun started to set. We hit the town of 29 Palms, which I love that name. I do think there are more than 29 palms there.
It's nice. It's like, what it reminds me of is like in Dune, right? When they have like those 7 palm trees on Arrakis or whatever.
Oh, Arrakis.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it takes as much water to keep these trees here as keeping 700 people alive, but we do it for politics or whatever it was. You know, it's like, brilliant. So here we are in the middle of a desert.
It does feel a little bit
There's 29
like that.
palm trees.
And a few people.
And a few people.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like the gateway to Joshua Tree, which is where we are now.
Indeed.
And coming into Joshua Tree was just as beautiful as the first time. First time you see the little Joshua trees, they look like little cactuses, kind of spiky and not like anything super impressive.
And there's a lot of Joshua Tree National Park that is Joshua Tree-less, right? And so as we're driving in, and I remember, and I'm like, where are all these Joshua trees? What the heck is this? This is, you know, just, it's nice, but where are the Joshua trees? And then
all of a sudden, boom!
There's an army of them. You know?
A Joshua Tree forest, and they're just so cool looking.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Then to get all these awesome rock formations that you're going to see start popping up over here on the left. No parking. I don't want to park on camp. So this is where we were years ago. Bunch of years ago. No public parking in campground. Like, I don't get it. No public parking. I think, well, we're just camping though.
Yeah. You think this is it?
This is it right there.
Yeah.
So this is where we camped last time we were in Joshua Tree. This exact same spot. It is beautiful. We're gonna put our tent right there and have the bike where it was last time and enjoy the sunset.
And then the section that we're in today, well, well, and they're kind of spotted around, but they got these huge boulders. There's these, you know, we're in White
nice.
Tank, I think it is.
Yeah, White Tank Campground.
And again, for you know, we're about to go explore. It doesn't look like it's going to rain today.
I don't think it's going to rain.
I haven't seen a cloud in 6 hours, but
So stay tuned for the next episode where hopefully we'll have a wonderful night tonight, a beautiful sunset, and then tomorrow we are headed to the coast.
The Pacific Ocean.
We are hopefully going to see the Pacific Ocean and maybe even camp along the beach.
Yeah.
So please stay tuned, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Ding ding. And we will see you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.